The Magnolia Bowl, often overlooked in the pantheon of great rivalries, but this has always been fierce, and both of these teams know if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Rebels offense will get the football first. Last season, the Rebels missed opportunity after opportunity to deliver the knockout blow, a game that they never trailed until the final play when Garrett Nussmeier threw an overtime touchdown pass and set Tiger Stadium in. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. He lofts one down the sideline. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
This offense has it with really good field position. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier, using his legs to buy some time. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Now on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch, it's sharp. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Sharp. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. He'll sneak it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Sharp. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. And the Rebels in the hurry-up. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the tight end. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31. Lost to throw again. Finds his man. It's Durham. That's why you want to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. It lets you beat a blitz. It lets you get a first down.
And that makes me think, do I want a blitz? How do I leave him open? Because they keep dumping it off to the running back and having success. I'm going to think twice about bringing the blitz. Nice read by the QB. Nice job by the running back getting some extra yards and getting the first down.
Caught over the middle. It's Sharp. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Tigers have it with a 1st and goal. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got his man on the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. He'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Haas. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Lee. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Scanning the field, it's Simmons. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the 2 top teams in the conference. These might be 2 of the better teams in the entire country. These 2 teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rebels started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Got it behind the line. It's Haas. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Wants to fire on second down. The screen, he can go. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Oh, they're after him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. He wants to throw it. Rushes on him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to USC.
Unloads it left.
We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Finds the tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
Runs through a tackle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. The give on the inside. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Rebels will hustle to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. On the run, it's Durham. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed over the middle, it's Durham. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Haas. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Caught behind the line, it's Lee. At the 40, there he goes. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Grab behind the line, it's Haas.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here's the pressure. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved. And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
And I love what Reese says, like cheating. Yeah, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools, obviously, so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
Shakes off the defender. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Taylor has it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Complete on third down. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Rebels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking for a man, it's Simmons. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. He's looking downfield to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Might as well stick with him. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Surging forward on the sneak. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Hits him with a stiff arm. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the... And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, timing and better execution. That is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. At the 35, he's got room. He's loose. The 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. The Rebels moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go.
Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Rebels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking downfield at Simmons. Get it out to the supersonic guy. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Taylor. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Rebels! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Kansas is currently working from behind. But how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Cincinnati. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll try the left side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. He'll take a deep shot here. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, LSU!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Out of the gun, the inside give. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The most mind-boggling stat from last season is that Ole Miss trailed for a grand total of 2 minutes all year long and somehow lost 3 games and missed the playoff.
Yeah, it was incredible, but it was a great year. You saw the line of scrimmages for Ole Miss really take over. Offense and defensive lines, that was the strength of their team. It allowed them to thrive, to win more games, to be more dominant. Palmer reloading a lot of guys in those new spots.
Including a quarterback. No more Jackson Dart. Obviously, he was a huge part of their success. Last several years, really, we always expect Lane Kiffin to find a good one, but this year that position's got to play well.
Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 40. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Catch in the middle, it's Stribling. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Quarterback on the keeper. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Rebels back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Grab behind the line, it's Brown. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Catch inside the 30 and still running. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Gives it on the option. Jukes his way for more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's got it on the run. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Give to the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Caught in the backfield, it's Haas. Tackled at the 28, it's a pickup of 5. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. To the air, it's Simmons. Caught over the middle, it's Haas. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fires to the big fella.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Makes the grab. It's Wallace. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pressure coming. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. One more snap coming before halftime. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we could be shaping up for one memorable finish in this Magnolia Bowl. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. Time to get back to the second half of a flowery but fierce rivalry, the conclusion of the Magnolia Bowl.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Grabbed in the middle, it's Green. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. They get enough rush, and it
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Durham. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Taylor. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Rebels want to move quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On third down, he drops to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Working that left side now. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Got the quick pass. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Now the play fake. Fires left. Got him downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Georgia Tech. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC.
There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Rebels.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Looking to throw at Simmons. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Finds his tight end. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Green. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. LSU right back to the line. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Using the quick game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Looking for room, it's Durham. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. And the try is no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback, LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Trying play action. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. A 1st down for the offense.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Safe completion on the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. He'll keep it himself. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete. If you're gonna take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Brown. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He'll go to the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass, it's Simmons. Pulls it in, it's Wallace. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. The play-action fake. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On the run, still looking. Look out, he's got room.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Working on the right. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. The give to the back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll pull it on the read. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 6 over UCLA. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Under fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sharp. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. Off play action. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Rebels decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. They'll try the run. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Wide open downfield. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Caught near the sticks, it's Anderson. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. Handoff from the gun. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
It's good, and that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Unloads to the right. It's caught. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Using his legs, it's Diggs. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Got it in the middle, it's Lee. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Rebels look to keep this drive humming. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what...
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Simmons. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, going for it all. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Finds his back in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The snap sets up to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Sharp. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thomas. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the 1st down. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Rebels in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They're deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. He'll do it himself. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. He'll keep it himself. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Arizona State dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite quarterbacks from Jake Plummer to Brock Osweiler, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stribling. They bring him down right at the 45. Not enough to move the sticks, but maybe close enough to go for it here on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The short hands. It's Stribling. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Simmons. There's a heat. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Off play action on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Taylor. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Back to throw. It's Simmons. Looking left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Wallace. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. On 4th down, going to the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Wallace. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wallace. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run play action. That's caught. It's Ray. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Rebels will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll go to the ground. Turning it on! They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go with a direct snap. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. The Magnolia Bowl goes to LSU as the Tigers take care of Ole Miss. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.